Good morning, good morning. It's your favorite teacher, Matthew James. And this week we're speaking about discipline. If you see my video on Instagram yesterday and TikTok, I hope you liked it. And this is a continuation. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go take a look. I should be uploading on my YouTube soon. And with discipline, it's like we have to choose progress over pleasure. I know it's a tough one. And the first thing I think of is when I used to struggle of keeping my weight down. I'm a pretty hefty guy. I'm 225 right now, and I ballooned up to like 260 several years ago. And it's because one, I didn't control myself. I didn't control my mouth, and it's hard. Everything looks good, and you want to eat it. It's as simple as that. I got a sugar tooth, so I'm always trying to get my hands onto something like some cookies or some muffins. I love muffins, and just things like that. Love Jolly Ranchers, sour candies, all that stuff. Then it got to a point where I had to get bigger clothes. I wasn't looking as good. Obviously, I wasn't physically fit. It was actually very disturbing. And I had to make the decision of, all right, you know what? Let me lock in and go to the gym and uh, lose some weight. And honestly, before even going to the gym, I looked at it as like, you know what? Let me stop eating certain things. Let me stop drinking soda. I started to become disciplined in certain things by little steps, because when it comes to discipline, everyone thinks that we have to just dive in and be this tolerant of nothing. And start off with a small step. Stop drinking sugary drinks. That was one of the first things I did. Then I started putting some veggies more on my diet. And honestly, making my plate smaller. If I'm not putting two big plates or a plate and a half, I'm getting my meal portioned out correctly. And say no to some foods. You know, being a Cape Verdean American and going to my family parties, they want to feed you until you swell up like a ball. And sometimes you just have to be like, no, I'm good. It starts by something small like that. And another thing that helps you think of, if just not pertaining to food, but anything in general, is this adding to the person I am trying to become? I'll say that one more time so you don't have to rewind it. Is this adding to the person I'm trying to become? Just saying that question alone aligns your priorities and aligns to what you're trying to go after. And I think I said this several times before. It's these small little habits that cause ripple effects. Atomic Habits, get the book. It's a legit book, and it's changed my life. And what I'm saying is, one little thing turned into a big thing. And sometimes you don't understand the progress till you're done. The delayed gratification, that's the thing, man. Once I put my weight down, I was able to maintain like a 230. Now I'm a little bit lower. But maintaining that so you could become healthy. And even for myself, when I got into the gym, I committed to the gym this year actually. And before, well, not this year, it's 2026, so 2025, I committed myself to the gym in February. And before February even came, months before, I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, working my way up to get into the gym. I didn't just get up and just go to the gym. I worked myself up and I was able to get in the gym. And look at that, February, and I've been in the gym for a year, full time. Like I've never done that before in life, except when I was playing football in high school. But you know what I mean? I think that right there has shown you that things can change and progress is still progress. I don't go to the gym 5 days a week. I said realistically, for me, 3 days a week for a healthy adult male is pretty solid. Going to the gym 30, 40 minutes. And then to challenge yourself after that, I'm going to be adding another day. So I could go to the gym 4 days a week. And you just get in how you fit in, man. And another thing I'll add is being a procrastinator. That's something I suffered with a lot because sometimes I just don't want to do things right away. And not doing them right away causes me to forget. Once I forget, it just looks like I'm lazy and I'm not trying to do it or I'm trying to avoid it. And this is another thing I implemented with my life is having a book that I write down on what things I need to do for the day. So I have to spend less time thinking and just spend more time doing. So it's all about discipline. I think you can't get anywhere without discipline. And I've said this many times. I'm a man of faith, and I think that discipline is a spiritual thing. It's being consistent with the things that you're given and the things that you're trying to do. And if you're not disciplined, how can you really show that you really love yourself? Discipline equals self-respect. Respect yourself. Treat yourself as a nice, like golden prize, or something that you really admire to, because it equals self-worth. If you're treating yourself like you're just a piece of garbage, then you're going to be a piece of garbage. But if you look at yourself and be like, you know what? You look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, I know I fell down today, but I'm striving for something. I'm trying to become this better version of myself. And that's the goal at the end of the day. I don't know about you. I'm not too worried about getting $1 million or anything like that. I'm living a decent life. And I think we should all aspire to grow and to become better than we were yesterday and even years before that. So I hope you received this message today. And I would end this with a question to ask yourself. Who am I trying to become? And what are the steps that I can take today to become that version of myself? And be honest, open, and transparent with yourself and be authentic. And I promise you, you stay committed to that, you'll be better than you were yesterday. Take it in stride. Take it day by day. All right? I hope you received the message today, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Deuces.